How are you lovely people doing today? My name is John. Let's discuss Buried. What's interesting about Buried is it is the end of the zombie saga. Well, the zombie saga that runs from World War II degrees up until Buried. But Buried wasn't the final DLC in Black Ops 2. Everybody would expect the final DLC to be the end of the story, or at least leave the story at a cliffhanger or a half conclusion, something like that. But we didn't exactly get that. What we got was Origins, which actually began a new story. And I don't think many people in the community really picked up on the fact that, well, Buried is the end. So what I thought we could do is take a look at the multiple endings to Buried, discuss what they mean, and why we know for a fact this is the end of the zombie saga as we know it. We'll start off with the ending to Dr. Max's side. This is assuming that you complete all the Easter eggs in his favor and then press the big button once the panel lights up all orange. I should note that these two endings come from NGT. I'm gonna have no shame with this. It would have taken me forever to complete all these Easter eggs, and it would not have been worth the trouble. So if you'd like to check out NGT, go check out their channel down below. They're a fantastic zombies channel. I'm sure all of you know them. This is their gameplay. But let's discuss Max's ending. Take a look.
The process has begun. Now I control the ether's energy. I can at last reach Agatha. Ah, you fools! Why did you listen to him? Regretfully, I must inform you that neither the Earth nor its people will survive.
I tried so hard to warn you.
Oh, God! Once the gateway is open, I will finally be reunited with my dearest Samantha.
Hello? Are you forgetting something? Even if your wretched daughter is still alive, she has my body!
If you are so eager to re-enter the physical world, Richtofen, I will grant you that fish!
So Max's End ends the story pretty well, and it's a pretty bleak ending. Humanity will pretty much end as Maxis explicitly states, and in addition to that, our character arcs are wrapped up. Maxis is finally reunited with his daughter, and Richtofen is stuck in the body of a zombie. That's pretty much it. There aren't too many places this story could go, and you could make the argument that we haven't really wrapped up the story of our four characters in the map Buried, as well as our four characters stuck on the moon. However, he does mention that this is the end of humanity, so it doesn't really matter. They're just gonna die with the rest of humanity. Everybody's story arc pretty much wraps up, and that's why we can assume this is the end of the zombie saga as we know it. But let's take a look at Richtofen's ending.
Finally, I am in control! The ether is mine to manipulate as I wish. The moon is now my own personal plaything!
What have you done?
I've won, Maxis! That's what I've done!
Oh, what about Samantha? Your actions condemn my daughter's very soul to eternal damnation. Even if you do not care for her, surely you wish to return to your own body.
The hopelessness of my situation.
Not really, no. Don't I already possess the power to leave this netherworld and re-enter the physical realm once more? I can choose any body I wish. As for you, Maxis, you will simply cease to be. I'll be the man. Toodles. Take a deep breath, Samuel. We're about to get a whole lot closer. That's I am... Oh, what's the matter? Corporeal? No. Physical. Whatever. I have my very own body. I can insta-kill. Yeah. I can feel. I can smell. Oh, baby, that's not such a good thing. What is that stink? little awkward. It's really not that different to how things were before, Sammy. We get to talk to each other, play games, have fun. It's really quite exciting. You'll like the fact that we're going to be eating more salad. That doesn't come in a bowl, but I do understand, Sammy. Just carry on as normal, and I'll try to leave you alone for a while.
Richtofen's ending is of course the longer of the two, as well as the more jovial and lighthearted. And that's what you would expect from a character like Richtofen, that's just his personality. He doesn't really end humanity because that's not what he wants. He wants the world as his personal plaything. The world's no fun if everybody's dead. In addition to that, the story pretty much wraps up. He gets rid of Dr. Maxis. Maxis never reunites with Samantha. That story arc pretty much concludes. Richtofen finally gets the one thing he wanted, and of course, we have the rest of humanity, and maybe they could try to overthrow the shackles of Richtofen, but that's probably just not gonna happen. It's pretty much how the story ends, especially when you consider that the story splits into two different timelines. Treyarch would either have to be telling both timelines at the same exact time, or they would just have to conclude the story. So because of that, we know for a fact that Buried is the end of the zombie saga as we know it. Everything runs pretty much from Der Riese in World War II up until Buried. There really isn't too much that goes on after. Whichever side you pick ends poorly for humanity. Now, all of that was how we understood the zombie storyline until one thing happened. Origins Richtofen shot himself. And that changes everything. You see, now that Richtofen from World War II is dead, he can never go on to awaken the test subjects at Shinonuma, remove Samantha from the pyramid, putting himself then in charge. Maxis then doesn't blow up the Earth as a result. The transit crew never comes together to light up the pylons either in favor of Dr. Maxis or in favor of Dr. Richtofen, and thus humanity isn't stuck in this bleak existence in which we're either under the possession of Richtofen or we are annihilated by Maxis. So, Buried is the end, but it also doesn't exist in a way. Once Richtofen shoots himself, Buried no longer exists. The story has completely changed forever. The rifts are never created, the rockets never smash into the Earth, and we don't have these places and pockets of time converging into one location. Buried, now that Richtofen is dead, is gone. So, that's pretty much the story as we understand it at the moment. For the longest time, we had known Buried as the end of the story, and in some ways, it still is the end. But now that the story in the past/the future is being rewritten by the Origins crew, we have a new story to tell with a new place to conclude. Whether or not this story ends at the Giant or this story goes on for more DLC, we're gonna have to wait and see, and I'll be sure to keep you guys in tune. So maybe subscribe if you'd like to see more Black Ops 3 zombie storyline videos. If you enjoyed this one, I'm sure you'll love the next one, or maybe my series, the Zombie Storyline Q&A, which I upload multiple times a week, where I inform you guys and answer your questions about the zombie storyline. If any of that sounds interesting, please subscribe and maybe give my channel a like, that'd be fantastic. I'm gonna go though, have a wonderful day, and bye.